Hi everybody, happy Friday. I'm so excited to do this video today. Oh, are you staring at my baby hairs? These little, do you see that? Do you see this? I can't control them at this point, okay? They're just gonna do what they want. This is what happens when you had a little bit of hair loss from your bout of overtraining and hypothalamic amenorrhea, and they have all decided to grow back at the same time. So I'm sorry if they distract you, but I honestly can't do anything about it. I'm super excited to do this video today because it gives me the opportunity to do something that is one of my favorite pastimes. Remind myself of all my mistakes. If you remember in my last video, I told you that one of the things that you can do to be successful at this whole recovery thing is to have the ability to call yourself out. So, not wanting to leave you high and dry, I decided to share with you one of the major ways that I had to call myself out, and maybe it will be helpful for you too. I want to talk today about Type A personalities. Our culture loves Type A personalities. It is like the best thing you can be. You hear it at work, you hear it at school, you hear it on dates, for God's sake. I'm so Type A. No, really, my downfall is that I'm really Type A. Like, you get some badge of honor for saying that. In our culture, we perceive people that are Type A in personality to be more intelligent, punctual, more diligent, real go-getters. We feel like they're more capable, they're more driven, they're planners, they're busy, they're effective. What's not to love? It's like that humble brag people do. What is one quality that you wish you could change about yourself? Oh, well, I just wish I was less of a perfectionist. How nice for you. And believe me, I was one of these people. You actually heard me in one of my previous videos on stress reduction say that I was Type A. Go back and watch it if you don't believe me. And it's not just me. I've had tons of you write to me and say things like, no, you don't understand. I can't stop running. I'm too Type A. Or, no, I have to count my macros and my calories because I'm too Type A. Here comes someone who's massively Type A. She's very punctual. She's very dedicated and diligent. She's very committed to the couch. All of those things that we associate with Type A personality, they may seem like things that we want to aspire to, but actually there's a dark side to that. Type A personalities are also very competitive. And not in a good way, especially when they become competitive with themselves. They're self-critical. They have been known to strive towards goals without actually enjoying them. They're wound up, they tend to overreact. They have this sense of time urgency where they're just impatient with everything. Everything is like has to be done yesterday. They tend to overschedule themselves. They tend to be hostile and aggressive, especially when they don't get what they want. And lest you think I'm criticizing an entire group of people, this information actually comes from a longitudinal study that was conducted. And this is the classic study of Friedman and Rosenman that were actually trying to find a link to personality types with regard to heart disease. They were trying to predict which personality types were more likely to suffer from heart disease. So they grouped people into different personality types, Type A, Type B, Type C, and they found that guess who ended up having more heart disease? That's right, the Type A. They were also more prone to stress-related illnesses in general. They were more likely to set off flight or fight responses in their bodies, and they're more likely to have stress hormones present. Sound familiar? Well, it should sound familiar to you. Because if you are one of the people that does have disordered eating patterns or perhaps an issue with overexercise, some of these personality factors look quite similar. So I found this other study, and it is personality pathology and its influence on disordered eating. This was actually published originally in Innovations in Clinical Neuroscience, and I just want to read one part that actually speaks to the personality type that is most likely associated with restrictive eating patterns. The characterological need to center on details, assemble personal rules of conduct, in this case for eating, achieve order and organization, adhere to schedules, melds easily into the eating disorder symptoms of extreme and precise dieting. Faithful calorie counting, precision weighings, the development of rigid and unwavering menu plans, and the strict monitoring of grams of fat. And just in case that didn't drive it home, here's the next sentence. The characterological feature of perfectionism predictably complements the need to achieve a culturally ideal body weight or shape, maintain a precise and complex eating and exercise regimen, and dutifully starve oneself. So, what do you think of that Type A personality thing now? I know, for one thing, that I am not going to refer to myself as a Type A personality anymore. I'm going to spend more time thinking about what it is to be a Type B personality. So it turns out from the same study, the characteristics associated with Type B look like a lot more fun. These people tend to be more relaxed. They do one thing at a time. They're better at expressing their feelings. They're more creative. They're more tolerant. They have lower levels of anxiety. They're shown to have higher levels of imaginative ability. They know how to enjoy the moment, and they're more satisfied with less. You know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like the kind of person I want to be. It also sounds like the kind of person I want to be for other people. I've been thinking a lot about this lately because one of the things I'm absolutely sure about myself post-recovery is that I'm just like nicer, you know? I'm nicer to be around. I am not so bitchy and mean, judgmental, and kind of just like, it's not that I'm not like myself anymore. I'm still as snarky and salty as ever. It's just that I'm not an outright, I know I seem sweet on camera, but I have an edge too. Anyway, my point is this. In order for us to get real with ourselves, we have to understand maybe like where we came from so we know where we don't want to go back to. So I can fully sit here right now and say to you, I know that I proclaimed myself to be a type A person. I know that a lot of the behaviors that I had totally relate to those things that are type A in nature, all that perfectionism and whatever. I'm just tired of thinking about it. But now that I can really see what that personality actually stands for, it makes sense to me that I just don't want to be that. I know that it's not conducive to my recovery. I know that it's not conducive to me living a moderate, balanced, healthy lifestyle. So it's Friday. And you know what I'm going to do this weekend? I'm going to focus on being a type B. And I hope you do too. A couple of things to mention. Actually, I have a lot of things to mention, but I'm going to be quick. You can go to acaseofthejills.com right now and see an awesome interview that I did with urbanjane.co. Follow her on Instagram. You know already that she talks all the time about hypothalamic amenorrhea recovery. She is a personal trainer living in the Bay Area, and she balances her life as a personal trainer really well with her own recovery and also encouraging others to recover around her. I would love for you to go over to the website and read that article. Also, if you get Ultra Running Magazine, I have an article on page 24, I think, of the May-June issue, and it is on, guess what, overtraining. It's kind of funny, so I hope you like it. If you would like to book a chat with me, you can do that by going to A Case of the Jills and click on the schedule button. Also, last thing I'm gonna say is that I have a new goal. I want to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of August. And when I do that, with your help, I'm going to do my first giveaway, which I'm really excited about. So if you're watching this video and you have not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and help me get there. Leave a comment below and tell me how you have been a type B this weekend. I wanna hear some good stuff. Don't disappoint me. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.